back of my 10 optics. In case you're somewhere, you just see it all. You guys ready? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call the first meeting of the year, the January 5th, 2017 meeting of the Columbia County Planning Commission to order. If you'd stand with us, Commissioner Skinner will lead us in our invocation. Commissioner Noel will lead us in the pledge.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the many blessings that you've given. Thank you that we live in a country that we are free, and we ask that you bless those that allow us to be free, those that are in harm's way. Protect them and bring them home safely, Father. We ask that you be with us during this meeting, and thy will be done. Decisions we make, Father, will be for the best of the county and our citizens. Pray these things in your precious name.
United States
Republic.
one nation.
Thank you. Be seated. If I could remind you to please silence your cell phones. We do have a quorum here tonight with 4 commissioners present. We do have one absence. Commissioner Gallius had his road washed out and is marooned and can't physically get out of his property. So we'll excuse him tonight. We do have one piece of housekeeping to take care of tonight, and that's election of officers for 2017. At this point in time, I'll turn the meeting over to our Vice Chair, Commissioner Skinner.
First, we need, the floor is open for nominations for chairman for the year of 2017 for the Columbia County Planning Commission.
Chair, I'd like to forward Mr. Cox.
Okay.
I second.
All right, we have a first and a second. Any more nominations from the, okay. So we need to call for a vote. Chairman of the Planning Commission. Have a nomination and a second. All those in favor, Mr. Cox? Those opposed, like sign. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Let me get over to your page. Okay. I'd like to open the floor for nominations for Vice Chair.
Chair, I nominate Donald Skinner for Vice Chair of the Columbia County.
Okay. We don't need a second, but I appreciate it. Would the nominee accept the nomination?
I do.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other nominees? Seeing none, I'll close the floor and move to a vote. All in favor of Commissioner Skinner continuing as Vice Chair, raise their hand. Motion carries 4-0. We'll close the nominations and move on to our other business, unless you all have some business we need to attend to here. Now, we did nominate and elect Commissioner Henderson as our second Vice Chair in case the two of us were out. Can we let that carry, or is that something we need to formally do at this point?
No.
I know it's not an
I'd like to
official
formally do
position.
it. It's not an official position.
It's not an official position, but
Cross that bridge when we come to
all
it.
right, sounds good to me. All right, with that being held, gentlemen, have you had a chance to review the minutes? And if you have and you approve the minutes, I'd like to have a motion for approval or an amendment, please.
A motion to approve the minutes for the December 15, 2016 meeting.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Motion to approve the minutes carries 4-0. Gentlemen, we've had a chance to review the agenda tonight. If you don't see any amendments that we need to make, I'd like a motion for approval, please.
Chair, I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion to approve carries 4-0. At this point in time, I'd like to take a moment to clarify that the Planning Commission is a recommending body to the Columbia County Board of Commissioners. The decisions made on rezoning and variance requests tonight will be forwarded to the Commissioners for final action on January 17, 2017 at 6 p.m. in these chambers. If you'd like to address the Board of Commissioners, please see Ms. Liz over here in the corner to obtain a request to speak form. We're a little less formal in this chamber, and if you'd like to speak on any of the public hearing issues that come up tonight, raise your hand, we'll call on you, and you can come up and speak for 3, 4, 5 minutes and give us your opinion for or against or whatever direction you want to go, and we'll go from there. We have nothing on our debate agenda. Under new business, we've got a final plat. Mr. Butler, got Landover Development.
Sure, this is a individual plat, 420 Baker Place Road. It's 12 acres for 6 lots, currently zoned planning and development. This is part of the Warriors Walk development that was rezoned in 2014. Location of the property, again, intersection of Baker Place Road and William Few Parkway. Again, you see the individual plat, again, currently zoned planning and development. And the area of the site, again, has not been developed. They're just subdividing at this point. This is the individual plat, and again, it is in substantial compliance with the PUD narrative, as well as the concept plan, which we'll see in here in a minute. And we do recommend approval of it. There will probably be a revision of this plan coming before you in the future. There's some of the parcels are very specific with the uses, and there's probably going to be some revision to that. Again, this does show the adopted master development plan, and again, is substantially in compliance with the proposed plat. And again, staff recommends approval.
Thank you, sir. Gentlemen, any questions of staff? Okay, this is not a public hearing, so gentlemen, I will accept a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the individual plat for 420 Baker Place Road, tax map 051, parcel 00.
Do your second. Any discussion? Favor? Motion to approve carries 4-0. Mr. Butler will stay with you for file RZ 170101.
Mr. Chair, this is a major PUD revision for 4460 Washington Road. Currently zoned planning and development, existing use is commercial. The revision is to add massage as a use. This is the location of the property on the south side of Washington Road. And the zoning of the property, again, currently zoned planning and development. Properties to the north are zoned C2, and also to the south you have R2 as well. And aerial view of the site, again, showing the current commercial development. This is the existing site, showing it a little foggy out. In terms of future land use map, it is within the Evanstown Center Activity Center. Staff really does not have any issue with the request. The applicant or the person doing the massage for this salon has been licensed since 2007 and appears to be very much legitimate. In terms of the uses on the property, this is essentially a C2 development, just like what's across the street from it. They just went planning and development as a way to add some uses and kind of massage what they wanted to do. So the use is in itself fine from our standpoint. We are recommending a condition that the massage should be limited to only one establishment within the subject property. In 2013, when there was another revision to this, the tattoo parlors were limited to only one within the whole development. This should do the same thing. However, what we don't want to do is make it so that the salon can't add more massage people doing massage who are licensed. They'll have to get a massage operator's license no matter what to their business, and also limit it to a certain location within the development as well. So we think this was the condition should be able to do that in terms of allowing it to have some flexibility for the business owner, but also accomplish what we'd like it to. Again, staff is recommending approval of the condition. That includes staff recommendation.
I do have one question. The PUD where Show Chin is located, I believe it's parcel 4466. Is that part of the Pete Alewine PUD?
Good question. I'm not sure.
I think they're all part of the same PUD
Okay.
originally. They're just different parcels part of the
Okay, so
same
this would
development.
apply across that entire PUD?
That's right.
Okay. All right, with the red line around it, I didn't know if that was a separate PUD or not. Okay. Gentlemen, any questions of staff?
Would you put up the condition again? So it shall be limited to only one establishment. I understand that. How many masseurs or how many massage therapists can they have?
Depends on how many they want to have. We're not spelling out they can only have 5 or 3 or 2, but then we do have an ordinance for massage that has a massage operator's license, and people can operate under that. So it would really be up to how much space they have within the business.
Had the one on Old Petersburg Road or whatever they go, that had 11, but they were part-time people that would come and go.
That's primarily how it works.
Yeah.
Multiple therapists under one salon in this case.
And the property owner is the one that applied, that owned the whole building.
So if this particular business grows and thrives, an opportunity presents itself at another location within the complex that's a larger location, this condition is limiting them from that larger location.
They had to move the whole business.
Yeah.
to That location.
As long as it's the only
One
massage
business
therapist.
in the
Correct.
complex.
Or, as long as it's only one establishment performing massage, it can have an unlimited number of therapists. As long as there's one shop doing massage in that center, then it meets that condition.
But Salsa's closes down, it's a larger box.
Yeah, and she wants to move down
down there that still is covered under this.
correct.
You wouldn't be able to have but one.
Yeah.
Right.
So they have to get
So
in
you
there before
couldn't,
the other place.
couldn't have one of them going open in that space.
Right.
That's right.
And it's not contingent upon it being affiliated with a salon. They could break off and become
No,
a separate
correct.
business. Okay. Gentlemen, any other questions?
So it's not affiliated with.
It is, but from my understanding, the massage approval, if they decided to break apart from the salon and open a freestanding business, it would follow the person holding the operator's license. Any other questions? Is the applicant here? You'd come forward and give us a little information. I have a feeling you might be able to clear some of this mud we've been throwing around. Okay, would both of you mind coming forward? Give us your names and home addresses.
I am Lindy Arrington, and this is Beth. As far as the number of
And
massage...
what's your home address?
1227 Cypress Trail, Evans, Georgia,
Okay.
309.
Beth McCoy, 1471 Clary Cut Road,
All right.
Harlem.
Thank you.
As far as the number of massage therapists, we don't look to have 11 at any time. 2 is maximum. We just didn't want to do just one in case we wanted to add to her, sometimes or such thing as popular. So I don't see any more than 2.
I agree with that. I basically run a state.
How long have you been in business?
Salon Surreal has been in business actually just
Probably a year ago.
Did they provide massage therapy?
For the last 2.5 years.
New location.
first. It's our only location. We're on Columbia.
Let me just, so when you do couples massage, it takes 2 therapists?
You ever had a one-handed massage?
I was wondering about it.
Got to be an octopus.
Two separate rooms.
Oh, okay. I don't want to hear anymore.
No, you don't, there's nothing.
Okay.
I can assure you.
So is this a hair salon, or what are you, what's your is massage therapy the primary business? What's the primary business?
Primary business.
So this is what's called non-traditional revenue. They just,
Desire for you to break off and have another location within the building?
Like when I was talking, I'm a mom, 54, with 3 kids. No interest in starting my own business. But I don't want to see her limited if she were to ever want it.
no, you're going to have a full suite of services with facials and all that kind of good stuff too, or just
That's a
massages
totally
now?
different occupation.
Okay.
And it's basically therapy.
Okay.
I don't do body treatment. I was at retreat for 8 years.
I think I've seen you down at
I
retreat
also
before.
been here for 13 almost.
Gentlemen, any other questions? Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone here that would like to speak either for or against this particular rezoning? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing and accept a motion.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve with conditions file RZ 170101, major PUD revision adding massage as a permitted use for the property at 4460 Washington Road, with the condition that only one massage establishment be allowed on the property.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Gentlemen, any discussion? All in favor? To approve carries 4-0. My pad won't go back to the agenda. I think next we got a temporary use. Ross, who's got our temporary use permit? Okay, I'm sorry. Please go ahead. Ms. Bolte?
Okay, this is a request for a temporary use permit for a construction trailer to be located on Fury's Ferry Road. It's related to construction of a dentist's office at 581 Fury's Ferry Road. The construction trailer is actually going to be located on the adjacent parcel where the red star is on the map. The property owner of that parcel did sign off on the temporary use permit application, and staff is recommending approval.
Okay, this is not a public hearing. Gentlemen, do you have any questions of staff? Seeing none, I'd like a motion, please.
Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve temporary use permit on tax parcel 587.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Motion to approve the temporary use permit passes 4-0. We have no legal matters. I know we do have some staff comments. We've got a 2016 year in review. Mr. Strickland, Ms. Bolte, Mr. Butler, Ms. Mystery.
So in the little office pool this morning, I picked 6:40 as the time we'd get out of the meeting, so we got about 23 minutes here.
I'd like to move to adjourn.
Second.
No, just real quick, I feel like I'm really loud. I'll go through just some of the numbers we've seen this year. It was a busy year for us. Not the busiest, I would say. 2015 was pretty daggum busy. So we had a little bit of a break compared to last year, but all the same, 28th fastest growing county in the nation, and everybody believes it. Had a lot of PUD revisions this year, a lot of S1 revisions as well. Those you'll see in the next couple charts. Plan revisions, change of conditions, PUD revisions occupied a lot of our time this year. And typically those requests as well as rezonings to PUD or some of our plan districts take up more of staff time as well. So, numbers wise, I don't think we saw as many individual items as we have in the past, but staff time was certainly well spent handling some of these more complex requests. And again, a lot of residential requests too. What we've seen, we don't have the permit numbers as part of these, part of this review, but overall residential permits have been down about 20% from last year, or 2016 compared to 2015. But commercial permits rose considerably. We're just kind of seeing that wave now. Commercial development happens in waves. It follows rooftops. So I'm sure Don can attest to that as well. But you need people to frequent businesses, and those businesses come in after a lot of homes have been built, and that's exactly what we're seeing. This is just a graph kind of showing prevalence of variance requests and kind of really which categories, which parts of the code or variances are requested. The biggest category here is 90-140 landscaping. We actually saw a pretty big uptick after our new landscaping requirements were adopted. Some of the dimensional requirements are tied to parking numbers, and Staff has noticed that. There may be some tweaks moving forward on how we handle that. Because typically, our rule of thumb is if you start seeing lots of variances in one area, there's something not quite right about the code. So we're going to have to take a closer look at that over the next year, and or not even the next year, over the next couple of months, and kind of see how we want to handle that. Again, typical variance requests are the list of lot and structure requirements. That's pretty common. That's this one primarily, and honestly, if that's the largest category, we're doing normal business. That's just your typical variance category. Well, that's all I've got for you.
All right.
Any questions about
Thank
anything?
you.
Yeah. You chart how many hours we may spend on per meeting?
We don't actually. We could easily come up with those numbers though.
No, I did just,
That would be interesting to see.
yeah.
I don't think we had as many long meetings this year. I think our average is probably down, but we had, last year we had
Last year was
several
till 9, 10 o'clock.
very long
We
meetings.
didn't have as many contentious meetings.
Well, and I think those are it's that residential versus commercial thing too. Now we're seeing more commercial. We're seeing a lot of residential last year. Residential is a lot more contentious.
So the length of meetings are down last year. I've been on the board for 1 year. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Oh, you're probably right. Down to business.
I think
Cut the BS.
probably the longest meeting of the year was a Stratford meeting when we,
That's right.
and I'm assuming we'll see that again at some point.
May not see a rezoning, but we'll see that. Definitely see at least a concept plan coming.
Right. We have any other things on the horizon? I guess Mullins Crossing is probably going to be the biggest commercial development.
Front of it.
Yeah, the site plan's being reviewed right now. We have several conversations about that development every day on how to.
I was surprised. I mean, I saw a lot of equipment there, and they've got porta potties. I didn't know it was.
Well, for the longest time, they were using it as a borrow pit for the Riverwatch project.
Yeah, I know.
So they've been moving dirt for a year and a half, 2 years now.
Now it looks like they're
Now
putting
they're finally putting infrastructure in, and they're moving dirt back. Now.
All right. Any other staff or commissioner comments?
We got 18 minutes. We all got.
Okay. Any public comments?
bureaucrat.
Okay, seeing none, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second, any discussion? Sure, stretch it out here. Okay, all in favor? Motion to adjourn carries 4-0 at 6:22 p.m. Next meeting is January 19th, 2017 at 6 p.m. in these chambers. Thank you for coming out. 2 minutes off?
She wins the lottery.